Well, it looks like we have another official retro console release from Atari. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And you can see the announcement here from Atari. An icon returns introducing the Atari 2600 Plus. Now, the system is set to release on November 19th at a price tag of $129.99, and you can pre-order it right now from Atari.com. And I have a link in the description where you can order that if you're interested. But what exactly does the system do? Well, you can see from the description on the website, the Atari 2600 Plus is an updated version of the iconic Atari 2600 and has been enhanced in the following ways. Plays both Atari 2600 and 7800 game cartridges. So there's no support for the 5200, which is a shame, but it would require a second cartridge slot because the pinout's different, so it's sort of understandable. It also has an HDMI output that makes it easy to connect to your newer TVs, a widescreen mode, an enlarged cartridge slot reducing sticking, and the Atari logo lights up when you're playing it. Now the system will come with the CX40 Plus joystick, along with a 10-in-1 game cartridge, and this features Adventure, Combat, Dodge'em, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yar's Revenge. And the cool thing about this 10-in-1 cartridge is it actually has dip switches on it, which kind of reminds me of some of those bootleg cartridges back in the day. And you can see in the picture here, those dip switches underneath, and then here on the top of the cartridge, it shows you what each dip switch setting is for the different games you want to play. And just a side note, these dip switches could give you 16 possibilities, so I wonder if they might hide something extra in this cartridge. I guess we'll find out when it comes out. Now, if you order this, the package contents contain the Atari 2600 Plus system, as well as the CX40 Plus joystick, the 10-in-1 cartridge, an HDMI cable, USB-C power cable, and fun for emphasis. And an interesting note, the CX40 Plus controller is a serial-based controller and will work on original hardware. And if you want to purchase a second controller, they have that on their website for $24.99. Now they do have a paddle controller option for the console, and it comes with its own 4-in-1 game cartridge that includes Breakout, Canyon Bomber, Night Diver, and Video Olympics. Now this combo is just $39.99. They're also selling standalone cartridges that have Berserk Enhanced Edition and a Mr. Run and Jump, each of these available for $29.99 each. Now obviously the big question with these type of systems is how well is the emulation on it? Because obviously if it's poor emulation, it's not really worth it. Well, they do list the hardware specs. It's using a Rockchip 3128 system on a chip. And this has 256 megs of DDR3 RAM, as well as 256 megs of eMMC fixed internal storage. And this chip is an ARM-based SoC, so it'll probably be running some type of stripped-down version of either Linux or Android. But it should have plenty of horsepower to be able to play these Atari games. Now, unfortunately, the system does not have 100% compatibility with all the different games. There are 3 that are listed as not working, which is Real Sports Boxing, Super Cobra, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, not that new one that just came out. And there's also a large list of 113 games that have not been tested yet, but don't worry, your copy of ET is on the compatibility list. Now, given all this information, I'm probably going to pass on the system at its current price. $130 is a bit much to pay for an emulation box that can play actual cartridges. Now, if they ever clearance these things for say about $50, I might consider it as a novelty. But what are your thoughts? Is this something that you're willing to pick up for $130, or maybe if the price drops you might look at it? Or are you even interested in a dedicated emulation box and can play original 2600 and 7200 Atari games? drop a comment below and let me know. And if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.